Hello, Helen.
Hi, Rob.
Sure, this week's gone quickly.
Yeah, but we didn't present last week, so it's come around very quickly.
We didn't?
No, we didn't. We got stuck in a rut, posting up awesome material, and we fell short of our target. But you know what? Here we are, full of smiles.
Priorities.
Totally. So today, while Robin was busy uploading all the last of the material to the website, I went to research mind maps because we've been talking about Bubble Us a lot, and I thought, let's go and have a look at various mind maps that are available.
Cool. And these are obviously online tools.
All of them for the kids to use in our EdTech.
Helen, what is that slide?
Well, this is an anti-Robin slide. You're not allowed more than like 10 words on a slide. And I broke all the rules here, but merely to show you and make a point that it is a minefield out there. And even though this was Googling what are the best sites, it came up with these. I don't even know half of them, but we do know the first two.
Yes. So those two we were introduced to by Craig Blurt when we did his activated learning course last year. And we've used them and they love it.
And they work and they're great. I've also used that mind map before. And so I thought, I'm just going to show you Bubble Us today. But in fact, I couldn't resist just tipping in and showing you a few more. So that's what we're going to do.
Let's have a look.
So the first to look at is Mind Map. And it is absolutely awesome because you can look at all these beautiful icons at the top. They're so user-friendly. You just kind of intuitively know what to do. You create your words, and then I brought in all sorts of pictures, whatever I wanted. And it was so awesome until I tried to save. And then it said that you can only save to the public domain. It'll only last 6 months, and then it's going to wipe it away.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Then I went back in a second time just to see if it had stored my work, and it said, no, you can't come in now. Your account is inactive, and it wouldn't let me back in again. And finally, when I tried to save this in the public domain, it said, no, your file's way too big. Start paying.
Oh, too many pictures.
So this one wouldn't be cool unless you use a bit of ingenuity.
So maybe a little screenshot once you've finished, because it's really amazing that you can bring in all these different media into your mind map and then screenshot it, and you could save it then on a slide, or it's going to be stored as a JPEG.
Totally. So you would bring it into your Word document and print it from there, or put it in your textbook or into your however you need to. So definitely screenshot it.
Love it.
Okay. So Mindmaster, which Craig told us about, is awesome. And you can see it's got lots of different arrangements that you could choose from.
I like this one because it looks, you know how much I love my thinking maps. It looks like a tree map.
Totally. And it is awesome. But of course, I pushed it to the limit. And I brought in the picture of the first succulent and then of the crassula. But that couldn't bring in an echeveria. It said, no, you only allowed 2 pictures. Now you better upgrade.
Okay. So again, it has its limitations.
I couldn't bring in more, but once again,
screenshotters.
Do all the typing work. So do all the heading work up here. Do all the adding notes. And then put all the pictures up at the top over here.
Yeah, so once you've done a screenshot, take it into slides and then just import your pictures in.
And that would be so cool. Yeah. And then you could share it with the teacher or with the class, however you wanted.
Perfect.
And it wasn't expensive if you did choose to buy it, by the way. So Coglet, I know you've used before.
Yes, love Coglet, love it.
And you can easily sign in with your Google account, and it just picks you up so easily every time you go in. It has loads of free drawings, diagrams. Initially, it said it would only give you 3 pictures, but of course, I pushed it, and it actually gave me 4. So I was thrilled.
I think that thing is that you're allowed to make 3 private Coglets that you don't have to, that nobody else has access to. And then otherwise your Coglet goes into the public domain, and then basically anybody that wants to can use it.
I remember that now. I once deleted one of mine so that I could have another one.
That's exactly right.
Yes, exactly.
So I'll tell you what I love about Coglet. A couple of things. One is that you can share it. And therefore multiple kids or people can work on the same Coglet. So I've used that before. And then what I really loved for one of our projects that we did, this was their planning tool, and it was part of their assessment. They had to include their Coglet in their project.
Such an important part.
Yeah, and they could either download it and add it as a JPEG or a PDF or whatever it was, or they could insert a shareable link. And that was really cool to see what was the thinking behind their project, because often you don't see that.
Brilliant. So I'm going to use this tomorrow with my students.
Oh, awesome.
And so one person will deal with all the tobacco using a resource. I select maybe another one sugar, another one cotton or rice, either 2 to a group or 4 to a group.
Fabulous.
And in no time, they will have coggled this information and tamed it and learned how to make summaries of notes.
And then it would have been that small little bite-sized chunk of an activity, and you can see what everybody else is doing. You're not working on your own.
Together, yes. And we can make a note which we can print and stick in our books.
Very cool.
And then, of course, our favorite is Bubble Us, because it is so simple, but it only allows you one picture. So I always put that picture in the middle and then all my stuff around it. Bubble Us, you can save as a PDF. You can do so much with it. There are no limitations.
Love it.
Except pictures. You can't add all those pictures.
But that's really cool. It's almost like a circle map in a thinking map, where you put in the middle of the circle one thing.
Totally.
And then you brainstorm around it.
Yes. So I think we should quickly go and have a look at a Bubble Us video, just to get an understanding of how it runs and how simple it is.
Cool. Awesome.
Hello and welcome. In this video tutorial, we are going to cover the basic functions of the Bubble Us software. Once you're signed into your account, you will see a list of your existing mind maps. You can create a new mind map by clicking the New Mind Map button. To edit one of your saved mind maps, simply click on the name of the mind map you want to open. Once you open your mind map, you will be directed to the mind map editor. On this screen, you can see that there is a tabs ribbon which lists all of the mind maps that are currently open. Below it, there is an editor ribbon which contains the controls for editing your mind map. Below the editor ribbon is the mind map editor. This is where you will be editing your mind map. To create a new parent bubble, click the green plus button in the bottom right-hand corner of the editor, or hold Control and click where you want the new bubble to appear. When you click inside of any bubble, you will notice that an editing menu appears above the bubble. Here you have the options to change bubble and text color, change text size, add connecting lines, upload files and images, and delete bubbles. To create a child bubble, either click on the Add Child button or press Ctrl-Enter. To create a sibling bubble, press Tab or click on the Add Sibling button. To move a bubble, click on the bubble and press until the Move Cursor icon appears. You can then drag the bubble to its new position. To move the entire mind map, click and hold anywhere in the background and drag the mind map to its new position. To undo a change you made to your mind map, click the Undo button in the top right-hand corner of the editor. Note that as you make changes to your mind map, the changes are automatically saved. You can see that in the editor ribbon, in addition to the Undo button, you have the options to share your mind map, save your mind map as an image or HTML outline, view your mind map in presentation mode, or print your mind map. Thank you for watching this tutorial and happy mind mapping!
So that was a quick Bubble It, which is so simple to use, and I really think you should be using it.
I see it. It's super simple, and it looks very user friendly. Especially, maybe that's a good starting point when you know, with a younger age group, starting with something that's pretty simple, not too complicated. One picture
in grade 4, and then grade 5, try and coggle it.
Even in grade 2 or 3, you know, they can be using that very simplified version of a mind map.
It's a good way to start if you haven't used it before.
Yes, exactly.
So, Rob, what have you been up to?
So I have been finishing off the last little bits and pieces of our
loading up our material.
Yes, I could hardly get the words out. And I tell you what, it's taken me a long time for 2 reasons.
Miss Perfectionist is one.
So I wanted to look like something that I would buy. And the second reason, which was actually probably what took me even longer, was getting stuck reading through the material and enjoying it so much and learning from it.
Awesome.
Particularly the grade 7 history. I watched every video. I read every piece of source material. I loved it. I think I learned so much. So it took me longer than it should have.
No, but that's what we want people to do,
Yeah.
to be a bit
Absorbed.
obsessive compulsive.
But also
yes,
totally and utterly sucked in and absorbed. I almost felt like I'd finished reading a good book.
Oh,
when I finished off, posting it, I was like,
because that's the whole aim, is that we find the good material and then we share it with you, because it takes forever to find material of that standard.
It does, and also to think of how you're going to use the material and what you're going to do with it,
keeping the children active and not just fill in the blanks. So,
and also making sure that it is still relevant to what they're meant to be learning about, still developing skills,
21st century thinking.
Yeah,
skills.
no, totally. I loved it. I must say, I spent way too much time learning.
Good. So all the grade 4 material is there, the history, the geography, and the NST. The grade 7 history for this term is there. And then grade 6s have got the explorers for this term.
It's nearly done. It's nearly finished.
It'll be done by Wednesday, I know. And the geography might come up too. But also don't forget there's last term Mapungubwe if for any reason you swapped your stuff around. So there is grade 6 have got Mapungubwe and explorers.
And then don't forget as well, last term we did the grade 6 geography was trade.
Oh,
and
yes.
we did that last term.
And that's an awesome unit.
It's actually a second term unit in the CAPS document. And very practical, hands-on. The kids loved it.
So we had very good feedback from anyone who bought it last term.
Yeah.
And I mean, the price of this material is an absolute giveaway price, because we want to be competitive. We want to change the face of education.
And we want everyone to have access to it.
Totally. Yeah. And so it is for free, hardly, not quite, but go and
but
get it.
There is free stuff.
Totally. And go and take all the free stuff.
Yeah.
I would, for sure. That's
take
what
it
I
for
would
a
do.
test drive. I mean, you've got nothing to lose.
Yes. Every single unit here has got one free lesson with all the resources, the videos, everything. So do go and use it.
And we chose awesome freebies.
Yes, we did.
We didn't
the
choose
freebies are worth it. Yeah.
We didn't choose the one video.
Well, there aren't any horrible stuff. It's all awesome.
Totally true. Totally true. Cool. So we will see you next week. There will be no slacking off now.
No. We posted, and we'll get you excited about something different next week.
Have a great third. Is it the third week?
Yes, third week.
Love it. Have a great week, everyone.